Jade.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It has been one hell of a journey.
I know.
But it has been an absolute pleasure.
Jade Henderson is celebrating a milestone she wasn't sure she would ever achieve.
I know I thought I'd never make it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sad.
For decades, Jade's life was dictated by drugs like speed, ice and heroin.
They'd always say, like, do you want some? Do you want some? And I was just like, no way. That shit killed my mum. No, I don't want to touch it. And then after watching them do it for like 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, yeah, I'll have a little puff. I'll never forget it. I had the puff and I was I was on the train vomiting, like spewing my guts up. But I fell in love instantly.
Previous stints at rehab only lasted a couple of weeks, but this time it stuck.
I made it.
Jade and her son have spent the last 9 months at Phoebe House, one of only a handful of residential rehabs in Australia where women can get treatment for their addiction and care for their children at the same time.
I love you.
Good morning, everyone. We have some seriously full house today, so it's all hands on deck. Phoebe House is a unique service in that we bring women from all over Australia into program who are either pregnant or have access or full-time care of their kid under school age, and who are on an opiate treatment program. Essentially a heroin replacement therapy.
For many residents, this is their last chance to keep their family intact.
Lost custody of the 8-year-old and the 7-year-old, and the week I lost custody of them, I found out I was pregnant.
Can I see?
When docs first approached me about it, I said to them, can I keep my baby and go? And they said, yep. And I was like, well, let's do it, straight up.
Others arrive straight from custody and are reunited with children who've been taken out of their care.
It's our belief that the mother is the right person to parent their child. Sometimes mothers do go through trauma and do go through situations and experiences that aren't optimal, but we would ask that people try to put a different head on their shoulders and think about that person as a person who's struggling through that, rather than take the kid away. We find it quite unfathomable sometimes that some families are destroyed because of a blimp in their life, because of one poor choice or 2 poor choices.
During the 5-stage program, residents do group therapy twice a day, working on parenting skills, relapse prevention and emotional regulation.
Having lived and live and experience workers in the drug and alcohol sector is something that, you know, it gave me that hope. You know, I saw people who had shot up in gutters like I did and who no longer did, and it was just this. It was a thing that I never knew was possible, and I wouldn't have known was possible if people who had done that hadn't told me that they'd done that.
There are a few unique aspects to Phoebe House's program that manager Kate Dodd says makes it successful. Residents remain on opiate replacement medication, and after they've completed enough recovery stages, are encouraged to start leaving the house on the weekends.
We try to emulate reality as much as we can, so that our resident isn't just thrown back in the deep end after a few weeks of being cooped up in here, but are rather given little challenges or little opportunities to implement their learning or understand how to be a drug-free person in the community.
E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a pig.
E-I-E-I-O.
But actually having their kids with them makes perhaps the biggest difference to their recovery.
Yay!
Oh my God, I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. I was not only doing it for myself, but for my kids. Like, this has to be the last time. Like, I've got to get it. I'm 40 in July. I can't keep doing what I'm doing.
If we weren't here, the at-birth removal rates would be significantly increased. Any restoration rates for kids in out-of-home care would be reduced. We would have a lot more removals with not significant care plans put in place for children and mothers. We have seen a dramatic decrease in the amount of at-birth removals since we recommenced our pregnancy admissions.
I would do it all again. I'd do it all again.
There's a weird phenomenon that happens here at Phoebe House. Lots of mums come to us not wanting to be here in the first place. They can't wait to leave. I can't believe I'm here for 6 or 8 months. That's too long. I can't do this. By about the time they've been here for 3 to 4 months, they are woven into our walls and refuse to leave.
It's nice, eh? When it come to like graduating and going, I was like, wait, hold up. Slow down, I don't want to go. It's like a security blanket, I guess. This is the last time, like this is it. There's no, I'll never go back to drugs. I can't.
Oh.
Phoebe House will always hold a big spot in my heart that, yeah, they've helped me change my life.